if you want to achieve anything, you have to have faith. Here's what I mean. So I found that the way you talk to yourself is massively important, and it's definitely something that I'm considering, and it's something that I've thought about a lot over the past few days. I think far many people talk to themselves negatively, and it's something that I'm guilty of. I wouldn't say in the last few months it's something that I've been guilty of, but definitely in the past, for sure. But I read a chapter in this book, Think and Grow Rich. Very, very good book. Recommend it to anyone. It's only I'm only probably 2 or 3 chapters in, but it's really good. There's a lot of good information in there. I think it's good that I'm changing up between books. It gives me different insights and different things that I need at the right time. So I definitely recommend having 2 or even 3 books maybe on the go at one time. But anyway, in this chapter it talked about having faith, and how having faith in yourself is so important. I know that growing up I would have been quite religious in just kind of the way it is in Ireland. You're kind of taught that way through school, but it's something. It's interesting because we were always told to have faith in, let's say, God in this sense, but I don't think we were ever taught how to have faith, and especially how to have faith in ourselves. I think sometimes someone who has faith in themselves can be deemed a little cocky or a little too full of themselves, and there is a certain aspect of that, but I also think you need to have a certain level of faith in yourself that you're going to be successful. Some of the quotes that I've picked out: faith is the element that transforms the ordinary vibration of thought created by the finite mind of man into the spiritual equivalent. Now, if you're not into kind of spirituality and things like that, that's fine. Maybe in another video or even in one of the podcasts we can get into this. But in essence, it talks about how a thought is kind of out there in the universe, and again, it gets a bit woo-woo, kind of fancy, and like I said, if you're not into that type of stuff, then I don't blame you. Sometimes it can get a bit much, but I would have quite a bit of faith in myself, and I think again it's hard because sometimes you can feel bad for showing it. You can feel bad that you really do believe in yourself when a lot of other people don't. And on one hand, people don't care, but on another hand, there's always going to be the haters, and a lot of people don't believe that you're going to be successful, and that's fine. Realistically, all you need is belief in yourself, and maybe 1 or 2 people need to have faith in you too. But I feel like having this sort of faith is like a driver, that's driving you towards the thing that you want. Let's say it's money, or let's say it's success or achievement or whatever. Sometimes you need to just let that driver drive you. A lot of the time I think people don't have a driver, and maybe we can talk about that, how we can build that driver into an F1 driver instead of a truck driver or whatever. But sometimes you need to just let it drive you. Right now I'm in a spell where I'm letting my faith drive me. I just got back from that run. It's cold, it's a Monday. Honestly, today I felt really shit. Like, my legs didn't feel right all day. And we had a team gym session, but I felt strong in that, and I said, you know what, I'm going to push it and I'm going to go for this run. threshold session, and yeah, again, I feel so much better afterwards. But it's this faith that is driving me to be successful and to make this thing work. And I think knowing that there's going to be a few detours along the way is important too. You know, there's going to be setbacks, there's going to be upsets, and knowing that these are going to happen, but maintaining that level of faith continuously throughout, regardless of the situation, is so important. And I think on another hand, you know, the scenic route is always the best route. Why would you want to take a boring drive? Well, personally, I always want to drive by the sea or drive by the mountains and actually have something to look at. And I think that should be the same maybe in your journey in towards your life. You know, if you want to be successful, but you want to enjoy the journey along the way. And of course, me being here and being in a small town, it's hard to maybe sometimes enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. But like, I really do love the whole idea of grafting and working towards something that is bigger than you. And just those sessions or those days where you don't want to do that thing, there's always that thing in the back of my mind that's pushing me, and it was never there before. And it's strange how it's sort of come in the last maybe year, probably not even year, probably last 6 months. This driver has just come and he's just driving me towards this thing. And sometimes I don't know the thing. I don't really know what I'm driving towards, but like right now it's like it's a software company, it's my fitness. So there's a lot of things that, you know, I have in the back of my mind that are pushing me, and again, it's that whole thing of being pushed or being pulled. But right now it's that thing, that driver is pushing me, and it's that faith that I'm gonna be successful in whatever I do. And I think, yeah, how do you create this faith? Like I said, I only really started feeling this way since I got back after the summer, or after Christmas probably is when I really started feeling this drive. But honestly, it was the last year a lot changed, which made me into a different person. And right now, touch wood, my body is physically able, and I can train on my own, and I am training on my own. I can lift heavier in the gym, I can move better, I've no aches and pains. And I think being able to push my body like that has allowed me to push my mind also. And I think definitely with the physical side of things, I think we need to be pushing our body to the ultimate limit to prove to ourselves that we're capable of these things. But I think mentally is so important too. And like I said, if you're not into the spirituality stuff, fair enough. The manifestation is kind of along the same lines of it, and I haven't really got into manifestation that much. It's mostly been meditation, but it's definitely something that, sorry, I think I have something in my nose. It's definitely something that I want to start doing more, is looking at my life and looking at where I want my life to be. And I think manifestation itself can get a bit woo-woo and can get a bit much, but I think it's great telling yourself, oh, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that, but it's the action that drives you to that thing. It's the action every single day that pushes you to be successful. And I think sometimes a lot of people just think, oh, if I pray or if I hope for the best, it'll work out. And maybe it does, but praying and having faith and being hopeful is so important. But also then taking daily action every single day is the only way. It really is the only way. And I think believing in yourself is so important, and the action is so important. But again, it boils down to the simplest fact of the only way to achieve things is to just start, regardless of, you know, your situation, or regardless of kind of where your mind is right now. And like I said, I don't know where the end goal is for me. I have a vague idea, but I'm just starting and I'm just getting on the right track, and I'm letting this driver drive me, and it will lead to success. but I just have to believe in that driver and believe in myself and push myself every day to continue to help that driver. You know, it's almost like you're feeding it the fuel, and the fuel is your daily action and pushing yourself to your limit. And when you continue to push yourself to that next limit and that next limit, it's almost like you're giving it more fuel and more fuel and more fuel. And I think when you continue to do that over time, you've proven to yourself and you've given it all that fuel. There's no reason why the driver will stop. The driver will keep driving, and eventually you'll look back and you'll see the journey and you'll be so proud that you achieved that. And you'll be regarded as an overnight success. So I think you can achieve anything you want. You have to have faith in yourself, and fuck what everyone else thinks. Doesn't matter what other people think of you, as long as you have faith in yourself that you're going to be successful. And I think I have faith in myself that I'm going to make it work. And I think when you have that faith with the burning desire to be successful, along with the unrelentless action and persistence, you're going to win. You're really going to win. And I think whatever it is you want to do, you just have to start, and you just have to keep going and keep fueling that driver that's in your mind. And you're going to win, like I said. So we'll leave it there. Yeah, really happy with how this series is going. I'm really enjoying it. Like, I think this time I've really got in the zone, and 12 minutes went by very quick. So hopefully I'm going to cut out these little M's. But yeah, happy with how this series is going. I hope you are too. I know they're getting a little bit more traction, which again is not really what I'm doing it for, but it's nice to see, and I hope that I'm helping someone, because that's all I want to do. So yeah, episode 7, I think. I need to check these before. Done and dusted. Have faith in yourself. You'll win. See you in the next one.